Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? All right, listen, what we're going to be talking about today is what people are seeing and experiencing in everyday life when it comes to being of the prepared mind. And people send in pictures and videos and emails, and I get all kinds of stuff. And wow, my God, you guys, when I tell you, it's awesome, right? And if if we have new people in the community and you guys want to show me what's going on so I could show the community what's going on, please do so. My email's in the description box below. All right. So now, listen. Yesterday, I brought you guys a story from my girl Stacee out in California, my cupcake girl, and what's going on with her. And I shared her GoFundMe page. Okay, well, that link is it's going to be in the description box below for quite some time. Okay, until we can help her get her on her feet. Okay, this girl, I hold her very, very close to my heart. Okay, I love Stacee. Okay, we have become very, very, very good friends. All right, and like I said, if you can't donate to the GoFundMe, just share it. All right, just share it. All right, that's all I ask, just share it. Okay, but a lot of you have already donated, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really do. But anyway, while she was at work last night, because she works at a grocery store, she sent me pictures of what the prices of eggs are going for in California, and I said, yo, what? All right, but I'm guessing that this is the national average, right? So this first picture is for 30 eggs, and it's $17.29. The second picture, I didn't even know you can get this much. 150 eggs in a box, but it's 80 bucks. Look at this. Okay, now one of you guys, okay, came up with a really great idea, and it's for my second channel. Now, if any of you would like to participate, it would just be amazing. She came up with an idea, and she said if everyone could send in like a 30-second clip of something that you find beautiful, right? Even if it's just flowers or something in your garden that you just find beautiful, send it to me, because I'm going to put all of these clips together and I'm going to make a video for my second channel of the relaxing vibes. Okay, there doesn't have to be sound to it, so don't worry about that. Okay, I can actually take the sound out with a computer program thingy that I had to learn how to use, because I'm not that great when it comes to computers, and I can put sound in. Yeah, I know. And so if you want to do that, if you want to participate in that, that would be really awesome. And everybody that, sends in a clip, I'll put your names in the description box below, so everybody can say, oh, she put that one in. Oh, she put that one in. All right. So if you want to do that, that would be really awesome. And we can make a community relaxing vibes video. Okay. So this email was sent in, and she said, today I went to pay my electric bill at a grocery store. Oh, Lord. Okay. Which collects them for Ameren, Ameren, Illinois. At $371, I asked if that was the biggest one yet that they collected. I was told a lot of them are 3 times that much. What? Why that high? I did tell them that I decided to be dirty for a week while my water heater was turned off just to save money. Living alone has its benefits. Yeah, no kidding. I could stink it up if I want to. I wonder what it would have been. Also, I keep seeing charts of the US and what type of power they each use. Yeah, I did a video on that. And I did a video, it was about Canada and the US, and who uses coal, who uses wind, who uses solar, who uses electricity and stuff like that. And it was actually really kind of interesting, because I never knew what parts of the US and what parts of Canada uses what for electricity. And it was actually really quite eye-opening It really truly was. So she said, I would like to tell them that Chicago and Illinois are two separate entities. The nukes are all around Chicago except for an aging plant given special permission to keep going in the east. Oh, for nuclear power. Oh, right. Okay. The bulk of the state's power probably comes from Missouri. They purchased Illinois Power, Central Illinois Power Company, and another company a few years ago. Our governor currently speaking at WEF. Oh, shut the front door, you lint licker. Are you serious? He's there at Davos? No. On the subject of eating bugs. Shut up. He's not. No. Despite his obvious girth. Oh, is he a roly-poly-oly? As has decreed that by a certain year, no coal gas allowed. Illinois is going to have an Amish lifestyle. Being the geek that I am, I'm trying to build workarounds. Oh my God. You know, not for nothing, but I don't think it would hurt any of us if we went the Amish way. I'm not kidding. All right, so here's two pictures that were sent in by a community member. And she said, I went to Walmart in our little town west of Vegas today. Not too many obvious gaps, but a lot of front facing. That was until you got to the baking aisle. What did we tell you about the baking aisle, right? A long time ago. She said the only sugar was powdered sugar and some brown sugar. Everything else, regardless of the size of the bag, was gone. They had a selection of eggs, but very pricey. I've been trying to fill in gaps and added a couple of flats of canned fruit. I'm going to the storehouse on Saturday. If they have sugar, I'll add a case. Oh my God, look. Commercial break. Okay, so this community member, she sent in this picture and she said she hopes this helps the community out. It's for egg substitutes. When it comes to ground flaxseed, ground chia seed, applesauce, a ripe avocado, ripe banana, coconut, or soy yogurt. So here you go. Pause the video and write this down, okay? So check out these prices at Walmart in South Central Oregon. $34.11 for 60 count. Yep, I know. I paid that much. What was it? 10 days ago? 10 days ago? Or was it 2 weeks ago? Kroger. Yeah. I know. It's getting ridiculous, guys. So here's an email from a community member, and she said, I had to drop you a line because you're one of the only people that truly get it. Thanks. Because, yeah, I know. I've heard that so many times that I'm one of the only people that actually get it. She said, my daughter and I went to Aldi's to do some grocery shopping, stock up a bit, and replace what we have eaten over the course of the last few weeks. I know it's a redundancy, but I have such sticker shock. You too, huh? She said the prices before Christmas and now have gone up so much. Our first stop was Aldi's and our second was Walmart's. I'm really glad we went to Aldi's first because Walmart, as you saw with the previous emails I sent you, was picked clean, right? And not only do we have the shortages, we have the extraordinary high prices for very little amounts of food. My daughter picked up a jar of Alfredo in Aldi's and it was nearly $7. Are you serious? You know, all right. Okay, you guys know how I put out a monthly newsletter, and with that monthly newsletter I always do like a small like cookbook, right? How about for February, because I'm working on February's newsletter. How about for February's newsletter I get my recipes out for all of my condiments that I make myself, and I do I'll do like all of my sauces and all of my condiments. Okay. I'll do, because the one that I'm talking about right now with her email, she's the one that did the barbecue sauce. Okay, so I'll put her barbecue sauce in it. I'll do my Alfredo. I'll do ketchup. I'll do all of my condiments that I have. Okay, and that'll be February's cookbook. Okay, because I know, when it comes to certain things, especially when it comes not just to shortages, but when it comes to an SHTF situation, or like what we're going to be looking at very shortly, a Great Depression. A lot of people, they like to have condiments. So, and not for nothing, but homemade condiments taste so much better than store-bought, So how about February's cookbook is nothing but homemade condiments, okay? And, I'll even do like, how to make your own, like, how we have like the, what do you call it? The cream of chicken soup, cream of this soup, cream of that soup. Well, I do a cream of everything soup. And, I'll put it all in there so you guys can see, okay? So it'll be in with the February newsletter, okay? So at least this way, you guys can start making your own condiments, and you can even water bath can the condiments, okay? So you're not worried about going and buying all this, buying all that, buying all this. At least you can buy in bulk and make your own stuff, and you'll be set. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather do it that way. You save more money, and you can make your own, and you can make it in bigger quantities. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so, and because paying $7 for Alfredo, it's absurd. So she said this was not a large jar by any means. It was a half-size jar of the original tomato spaghetti sauce that they sell under their own name. Oh, and I also have my own recipe for pesto. Okay, I'm Italian. Of course, I have my own pesto recipe. So she said, I couldn't believe my eyes as I sit here and think about SHTF and how everyone wants to learn how to clean water, build fires, and have stockpiles of food. I think one of the biggest and most important skills you can have is cooking and creating food. Bingo! Oh, Linda, I love you so. She said, what do people do who do not have the ability to cook? Well, then you get a friend like me who's Italian who can teach you, darling. She said, or not have learned that skill. For me, I can make Alfredo very easily. It's very easy to make, I know. And prefer my homemade version over anything jarred. Yes, girl, exactly. She said, we need to add learning how to cook and create food from your stockpile. That's why I put the recipe books out every month like I do. Because these are my own, tried and trues. They are my own tried and true recipes, Matter of fact, I have to tell you what I made for dinner last night. You guys are going to die. It was so amazing. Take chicken breast, okay, salt, pepper, minced garlic, and that, okay, listen. Maple syrup, just like the cheap maple syrup from Walmart's, okay? Brown sugar, okay? Put it in the crock pot on low, 8 hours. Madonna mia, mangia, okay? It was balls to the wall. Oh my God, it was so good. Yeah. Oh, you have to try it when I tell you. And then I made sweet potato casserole. Oh, hello. Yeah. So anyway, she said, and then one of the skills needs to be mastered for survival. Yes, it is. To cook. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So it's coming to the point in our lives we can't go buy a finished product in the store. No, you can't. It's called getting back to basics in the kitchen. It really truly is. So she said we must make what we eat, go back to cooking 101 like our grandparents. It's healthier, it's cheaper, and it's a matter of life and death for some people. This is not getting any better, so we might as well talk talk about it and get it on. Thanks for everything that you do. Well, you know what? Thank you. Thank you guys for being in this community and for coming together as a community, and honestly for being there for each other. You know, I have literally made the best of friends in this community, and I know that I can call on Linda at any moment and boom, she's right there, and she knows that she could do the same with me. You know what I mean? Commercial break. So this community member wrote in and she said, look at the price of this Smithfield bacon. What are they trying to do? Rob us blind? The heck? Okay, so what was it last week with that really bad those really bad tornadoes that touched down in Georgia and Alabama, right? So this community member sent in pictures of what happened in Verbena. Okay, so here are her pictures that she sent in of what happened. And this email comes in from a community member, and she is from Canada, and she's talking, what she's going to talk about is the code of conduct for the grocery stores. She said, this is my first time emailing you, but this is very important. This so-called code of conduct is yet another farce perpetrated by Trudeau's government. This code is meant to improve supply chain relationships. It will not equalize or assist in regulating food prices or fair trade practices. Another waste of our tax dollars, you know, the bottomless pit of money that the government thinks they are entitled to, haha. Designed to make it look like they are doing something so that the Prime Minister can argue against being responsible for just inflation. That's a good way to put it. The reality is that he plans not only to cut fertilizer usage by 30%. Well, how the hell are they going to grow their produce for their what? Okay, all right. But plans to follow the Netherlands example of shutting down farms and eventually making less fuel available to them. Wow. What a Okay, I'm going to shut up. So, as his nibs intend to continue bringing in more migrants, it will definitely lead to food shortage and planned starvation. We have lived in our small town our small farm, 30 acres in Ontario, for over 48 years of our 52 years of marriage. That's really awesome. You guys been together that long. I love it. Raised our 2 children and our granddaughter here, filling them up with homegrown food and a wonderful country life. We rent out much of our land to help the land taxes and produce a lot of our own food. We thought that in our retirement years we could slow down and just enjoy the horses more. Fat chance. We revved it up 2 years ago and I started pressure canning on top of the usual canning. We raise and process our own chicken, but had to let the rabbits go as it was just too much. We have 3 huge gardens, planted fruit trees, keep laying hens for those golden eggs. Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? And harvested dead trees and limbs, as well as clean skids to heat our home. We plan to incubate some eggs for this year's meat. Always buy beef by the side and not shop for what we cannot produce. Those items are being stacked to the rafters, as well as fabric, homemade quilts, clothing, etc. for us and our family. Pet food is the biggest problem for our 4 kitties. What's going on? What's happening? You can't get cat food? Is that what's going on? Let me know. I do try to stay ahead, but I will have to do better, all on a fixed income. Oh boy, yeah, trust me, I know what that is. It looks good coming from the Canadian government. It's not true. The narcissist in charge is just stroking his ego. Yeah, along with everything else. Commercial break. Okay, so this community member wrote in and she said, I had my surgery on Monday. I'm glad everything went well. She said, my boyfriend picked up my pain meds at Hellmart and I knew something was wrong. My script was taken every 6 hours for 3 days. They sent 10 bills, even circled the quantity 10 on the bottle. They must be using Common Core math. I'll send my niece to you. She knows the Common Core math really well. Every 6 hours means 4 a day. 4 times 3 is 12, not 10. Because of his work schedule and the fact that I cannot drive, I'm short 12 for relief. Check everything while at the pharmacy. Thank you. Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye on my stuff too. Huh. Okay, so this community member wrote in and she said, I'm attaching several pictures and I actually may have to send them in multiple emails. I got them. She said, we have shortages at Walmart. We are just located outside of Portage, Wisconsin, which is 30 minutes from the Dells and 30 minutes from Madison. We've never had this kind of shortage, and it was shocking to say the least. Walking in tonight to go grocery shopping, holy moly. Funny part is we had eggs. Lucky you. Go figure, I can't keep it straight anymore. I can't keep anything straight either. Okay, here's the pictures that she sent. Okay, so this email comes in from a community member, and they said, here's some insider information you can share with the community. Walmart just showing their true colors in response to your video. There's a section on Reddit called Retail Hell. When I worked about a decade ago, I thought it was bad. Now it's getting to sweatshop conditions. All corporations deliberately hiring evil managers to sick on their employees. All corporations deliberately have a skeleton crew. One person does 10 people's jobs because it saves them money. Inflation, stagflation is a lie. Stories you hear is a lie. Just a cover-up for corporations to price gouge. Greed and power corruption will end humanity. Employees are treated worse than pigs and swine. Lies about not enough staff, just a cover-up to keep a skeleton crew. Things are worse than they appear. Corporations are getting more evil and are getting away with it because it's being allowed legally by you-know-who. The administration allows them to be in power. Wow. I'll have to look that up. Okay. That Reddit thing. I'll have to look that up. Thank you. Okay, so here is a video that was sent to me by a community member about chickens not laying eggs, and it's a possibility because it's the food that they are being fed.
Is the commercial feed the reason so many people's chickens have not been laying at all?
Oh, it's the feed. In fact, I would go so far as to say that chickens are starving if you're feeding them commercial feed. Because, they tell you that if they stop laying eggs, you need to check the food, make sure that they're getting enough, because if they don't get enough food, then they're, obviously they're going to stop laying eggs. It's like when you have, a girl who stops eating, she's starving herself, right? And then her period stops. Kind of the same concept. At least that's how I read it. We didn't know there was anything wrong with our chickens. We thought the reason why they had, dropped in egg production was simply because it was winter. Until the day we decided to give them a bunch of table scraps that we had because we'd had a whole bunch of leftovers. And then the next day we had 14 eggs. It went from 1 egg a day between 9 chickens to 14 just because we gave them table scraps. You have got to feed your chickens something else because that commercial feed, I don't know what it is, but it's not food.
And here is an email that was sent to me by a community member. She said, I just wanted to tell you what happened at Sam's Club. An elderly lady and a gentleman were checking out, and I almost cried. The lady swiped her bank card, and it was declined over her limit of daily spending. What? That's why I use PayPal. No limit on spending when at the register, as long as you have money in the account. Only have limit on cash withdrawal. The older lady was so embarrassed she had to take items off of her cart. I just told her, don't be embarrassed by the things that your bank does. It's not your fault. We have all had to put things back before. She said thank you to me and said, God bless you. It's just not right for banks to be putting a spend it limit on your money. It pissed me off so bad to the point of tears. Oh my God, it's happening. And then this email was sent in, and they said, this came up on the Restored Public. If about meat supply, does this mean they will be giving people human meat to eat? You do know that McDonald's and other fast food places serve human meat in their burger. I've heard that. I don't know how true it is though, but I have heard that many times. I hope not, but I'm concerned this might be the case. I stopped eating meat years ago when I heard that about McDonald's. I felt if they could put it in there, they could put it into any meat supply. I hope you can get the word out. Consider it done. And then this was sent to me. Saudi Arabia just announced it will begin accepting yuan and rubles for oil instead of using the petrodollar. Use of other currencies will also be considered. US dollar as the world reserve currency on the chopping block. Yep. All right, guys, I'm out of here. All right. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fear less. Ciao.